Dr. Sandeep Kadam ji, Dr. Ranjana Kadam, Rotary International President Representative Dr. Mahesh Kodbagi and Dr. Amita ji, District Conference Chairman Mr. K. Kirtivasan, District Conference Secretary A. Ravindran, Conference Coordinator Sanjeev Brahme, all past district governors and Rotary leaders, all Rotarians of districts 300 and 3142 and partners in service, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to present virtually at Rotary's annual district conference by Rotary International District 3142, Jallos Discon 2021. At the outset, I would like to thank Rotary for considering me for the prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award. Today, among learned, educated and responsible citizens like you, I am very happy to share my perspectives and the way forwards on the topic Vision India. Under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, we have set a vision for India to become a $5 trillion economy in the next 5 years. Also, principally, we believe that, and it is the mission and conviction of my political life, that the politics is an instrument to bring socio-economic reform in the society. Presently, the meaning of the politics which maximum people are understanding, they feel that it is only the power politics. But I always feel that making good social work, positive social work and helping to the poor people, that is Samaj Karan, that is Rashtra Karan and that is Vikas Karan. And I always feel that this is important. And that is the reason that politics is the instrument of socio-economic reform. This exactly we are learning from Mahatma Gandhi ji, Deendayal Upadhyay ji, Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia ji. Our ideology, our conviction, ultimately have a goal that how we can achieve and how we can give the sustainable life to the people of this country. And that is exactly the important mission for all of us. The eradication of poverty is an important mission for the government. And helping Gaon, Garib, Mazdoor and Kisan, those who are socially, economically, educationally backward, and to bring them in mainstream of development is the prime responsibility for all of us. We have 115 aspirant districts where maximum people are facing the problem of poverty. We need to create employment potential and we need to create roti, kapda and makan for all the poor people. Actually, the fact is that our agriculture, tribal and rural area is facing lot of problems. There is no employment and at the same time employment is very negligible. But this is the time for all of us to use the appropriate technology by which we can give them employment and eradicate the poverty. I always telling to the people that innovation, entrepreneurship, science, technology, research, skill and successful practices, we name it as a knowledge. And conversion of knowledge into wealth is the future. And this is the time for all of us to transform, to take this knowledge to the last man of the society. We can convert waste into wealth and we can make lot of technology by which we can make the life of the people sustainable. Government has taken many initiatives through Make in India, Startup India, Vocal for Local and Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign. These are very important. The feeling of the Atmanirbhar Bharat is that we need to increase more export. And whatever we are importing, this is the time for the country that we need to find out the Indian options for that. There are a lot of sectors because your majority people are doctors. In medical devices, lot of machines we are importing. We have to make medical devices park under MSMEs by which we can make all ventilators and different type of medical devices for making useful for organ transplantation and different type of the medical science. And you are the expert people where this is the time for the country that with the medical fraternity and with the mechanical engineering, particularly medical engineering, with making the coordination with it, we need to find out the option for that. Even in pharmaceutical field also. Lot of fields you can get the list from the Commerce Ministry. What are the things presently we are importing? Actually, time when the COVID start, even in the country we don't have PPE kits, sanitizers. But day by day we are achieving the goal and we have everything is with us now and we are exporting to it. Now this is the time that government has released Atmanirbhar Bharat package for helping to the society and the people of 111 lakh crore for world-class infrastructure in the country. With philosophy of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas and proactive initiatives, government is aiming to boost investment, economic growth and employment generation. Without investment, we don't have economic growth, and without economic growth, we cannot create employment potential. I will always talking to the people, नौकरी मांगने वाले मत बनो, नौकरी देने वाले बनो. And that is exactly the entrepreneurship we need, which we have to develop in our young talented people. And we are adopting the principle that minimum government and maximum governance, and empowering each level of federal system. So our Prime Minister dream is to make total system digitalized with transparency, fast track decision making process, time bound approach and no corruption. And that is exactly for that reason we need to use different type of technology in the system. The information technology and biotechnology is the future for the country, even in the world. It is the highly most important thing that we need to develop, the information technology and biotechnology. Today in the whole world, our software engineers are dominating. All over the world, they are well recognized, well respectable, and that is the great achievement for the country. But at the same time, either it is software or either it is hardware, it is the time that we have to go on number one in the world. We have to make Indian economy number one global economy, strong economy in the world. And for that reason, the science technology is very important. We have got a lot of young talented engineering manpower, highest in the world is available with us. So exactly this is the time that we need to have an appropriate vision by which we can achieve our goal. I always telling to the people that you can donate eye, but you cannot donate vision. The lack of vision is very, very important. And today, by the special efforts taken by the Prime Minister, we are now on the system by which we are giving appropriate vision to every stakeholder and every field of the society and the country, that how we can make Indian economy strong, how we can make Atmanirbhar Bharat, how we can make this country number one country in the world. And that is exactly the spirit of nationalism is the most important inspiration and motivation for all of us. With flexible and all-inclusive time-bound decision-making process, transparent and development-led ecosystem would contribute towards happy, prosperous, stronger and Atmanirbhar Bharat. Through Atmanirbharta, we soon become a global leader and superpower economy. A value-based education system through national education policy will play an important role in journey and would recognize India as Vishwaguru of 21st century. Our Yoga Vidyan, our Ayurveda, our Indian culture has already lot of respect in the whole world. The value-based education system, the value-based social system is the most important strength for India. And that is exactly the great asset for the country, which is well recognized and well respectable in the whole world. The government is working for doubling of farmers' income, boosting Make in India, upgrading science, technology and innovation, and facilitating of ease of doing business and quality living life of citizen. For becoming a number one economy, government is focusing on the growth of all sectors. Sector-wise GDP contribution, the agriculture and allied industry coming to 8 to 12%, manufacturing sector coming to 22 to 24%, and service sector is 52 to 54%. The diversification of agriculture towards energy and power is very, very important. The ethics, economy, and ecology and environment. These are the three important things for all of us. And now we are now importing the petrol, diesel, the crude oil. The cost is 8 lakh crore. And next 5 years it will go up to 15 lakh crores. The first of all, our government has taken a decision. I am also in the mission mode, because from 2009 I am constantly persuading the subject of ethanol, biofuel. And now government has started that our farmers are making biofuel, ethanol, bio-CNG, electric, methanol, LNG, and hydrogen fuel cell, and electric lithium-ion battery, sodium-ion battery, different type of battery chemistry we are developing. And that is exactly the future. Presently the size of our automobile industry is 6,50,000 crore, out of which 3 lakh crore is our export. Our Bajaj and TVS and Hero, the two-wheeler manufacturers, they are actually their total production, 50% of the production they are exporting. And this automobile industry is the most important industry for the country, which is already creating most important employment potential in the country, and they are giving the largest, this industry is giving largest employment to the young talented of Indian of our country, and that is exactly is very important for all of us. The value addition to the raw material is very much required. Only increasing MSP will not work. Through modernization, there is an increase in the productivity of farmers. But one thing is very important, we have shortage of edible oil. We are importing edible oil, particularly the palm oil and other oil from the abroad, and we are spending 1,50,000 rupees on that. Now this is the time that we need to increase the productivity of soybean, bhuymoog, suryaphul, then lot of oil seeds, edible oil seeds we need to develop in the country. We need to have more acreage on that, by which we can make India Atmanirbhar Bharat on the basis of this edible oil. That is exactly the most important vision for us. We have surplus sugar. We are diverting sugar to ethanol. And now I am a transport minister, that is my responsibility. I am going to issue the order to the industry that there should be only petrol engine will not be there. There will be a flex petrol engine, where there will be choice with the people that they can use 100% ethanol or 100% fuel. I am going to take the decision as early as possible within 8 to 10 days, and we will make this that they will be mandatory for all that industry to make flex engine. It is already in Canada, USA and Brazil. And it is a choice with a consumer. On the petrol pump, he can use 100% petrol or 100% bioethanol. Only they need to take a small filter there, which is from the Bosch company, and in place of metal washer, they have to use rubber washer for that. So this can make the ethanol rate is 60 rupees per liter, and petrol rate is more than 100 rupees per liter. Ethanol is a better fuel than petrol. It is import substitute, cost effective, pollution free and indigenous. By this flex engine, your motorcycle, scooter, car, all petrol engines we can make flexible, by which we can serve the farmers. And in place of making import and creating pollution because of petrol and diesel, there will be a green fuel where the cost difference is there. At least our people will save 30 to 35 rupees per liter on that. That is exactly our goal, and we are going to take the decision for that. And this is going to boost the Indian economy, because we have rice surplus, we have corn surplus, we have sugar surplus and wheat surplus. We don't have place for making the stock of all these food grains. And that is the time that we need to divert. We can supply rice to the whole world. That is the productivity. And the surplus of this is creating problem. Our MSP is higher than international price and market price. We are always protecting the interest of the farmer, but that is the time that government has taken a decision that you can make ethanol from the food grain, you can make ethanol from sugarcane juice, molasses, and even you can make third generation ethanol from biomass like bamboo and all different type of biomass. We can use it for making biofuel, and there we can resolve the problem. My own tractor, the one of the expert company has already converted on bio CNG, and the Parali, popularly the rice straw, we know it rice straw, popular name as Parali. In Delhi and Punjab and Haryana, we are facing the problem of pollution. The 5 ton of Parali is given 1 ton of bio CNG, and we can use that bio CNG in this automobile sector. So this is exactly the government is doing, and by which we will make a balance. Presently it is an imbalance, and we are importing more fuel, particularly crude oil, creating more pollution. And by this, by giving support to agriculture, diversification of agriculture towards energy and power, we will reduce the pollution and giving good prices to the farmers and create an agro-based industry in the Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, all over the country to create employment potential, and which is going to eradicate the poverty in the backward, socially, economically, educationally backward states. And this is the most important thing we are doing. The technology is available to convert food grains, sugarcane, molasses into bioethanol, and which can be used as an alternative fuel for transport. Looking this, Prime Minister has already declared the decision that 20% blend of ethanol with petrol by 2025. It would save our import expenses about 8 lakh crore on crude oil. Recently, I have launched the first ever tractor run on bio CNG, and this would help our farmers to save 1 lakh rupees every year because of we run that tractor on the CNG, bio CNG. The diesel cost is very high. There is a saving of 1 lakh rupees per year to the farmer. To save money is to earn money. Exactly, we are committed to develop import substitute, cost-effective, indigenous and pollution-free mode of personal, public and commercial transport. The Prime Minister has given me the special responsibility for particularly public transport system on electricity. The ropeway, cable car, funicular railway, light rail transport. These are the new technology which can be used. Electric, we have surplus electricity. It's very cheaper. I have got an electric car, SUV. The petrol expenditure was 30,000 and electric car expenditure is 3,000 rupees. Every day night in my own house, we are charging the car. So this is the time now the people are now making electric cars, electric buses, electric bikes, electric scooter, electric tractors. And actually I am insisting the contractors to make all their equipments, construction equipments on the basis of LNG, CNG or biodiesel or ethanol. Because pollution is a big concern. As a doctor, you can understand the importance of the pollution. So we need to reduce the pollution, water pollution, air pollution and sound pollution. Without that, we cannot give sustainable life to the poor people. And that is exact the need of the hour. We are also working on development of other alternative clean and green fuel like LNG, methanol, biodiesel and hydrogen fuel cell technology. There is a potential to create 50 to 60 lakh jobs in the alternative transport and ecosystem in India. My vision is to make India as #1 global automobile manufacturing hub in the next 5 years. The sector has created employment for over 5 million and has potential to have 25 million skilled manpower in near future. Government is supporting domestic manufacturing and encouraging localization of industrial needs. Various PLI schemes are announced. India is favorable destination for investors. All the investors in the whole world, they are getting their returns on dollar, it is 2%. The Indian interest is more than 8%. So the all investor in the whole world, they are getting good returns if they can invest in India. And the investor from USA, Canada, European countries, at the same time from Dubai, Doha, Qatar, Abu Dhabi, all are very much interested to invest in India. So there is a lot of opportunity. We need to upgradation of the technology, and we can take the foreign investment, and already the MSMEs now are on the stock exchange, and where I am expecting that those MSME are doing excellent job, having good turnover, bank turnover, GST turnover, income tax, good returns, and at the same time 5 years balance sheet. On the basis of that, we will make the rating of the industry, MSMEs, and they will go to the capital market and they can raise the money and they will get 100% good investment from the abroad. Our NBFC, I just before 4 days, I was with the function with them. I request them, why you are not taking this money from foreign banks and foreign investors? The dollar interest is very low. But the problem is of hedging. But they can find out the option for that. So this is the time that we need FDI. And India's human intellectual power is well recognized and appreciated all over the world, and this is the biggest asset. India's attractiveness as an FDI destination has surged in the recent times. We are targeting to enhance our export to become Atmanirbhar in the real sense. Being a facilitator and supporter, government is committed for providing land, water, power, transport and communication for the development of industries. We are also committed for the development of rural, tribal, village and agriculture economy, which is very important. The role of Rotarian, particularly helping to the poor people, is very, very important. I really giving my thanks to you. You are everywhere, your branches, Rotary branches are helping to the poor people. That is exactly the indication of social consciousness, social responsibility and social participation. Already it is from your side. I am really appreciated your approach for that. So now this is the time that we need to concentrate, particularly in the rural, tribal, village and agriculture economy. We need more concentration on that. We need to make special focus on that. And that is exactly very important for the country. The 115 aspirational districts, the situation is very bad. These are the tribal districts. We need to make more hospitals there, health services, industries, handloom, handicrafts, khadi gramodyog, different type of honey, fishing. These are the huge potential we have. Even we can make the blue economy, fishing of 5 lakh crore. No problem, we can make more export. We are surrounded by the sea front is available to the country. 18% of the population is related with the sea. And there we can increase this potential by the blue economy. Our present, the shipping boats going up to only 10 nautical miles. We have prepared a special boat, trawler, small trawler, cost is 1 crore 20 lakhs. Going up to 100 nautical mile in the sea, and we can increase the production of this blue economy, the fishing, by 6 to 7 times more. So here we need to work for that, and we can make more export for that. Which particularly the economically, social and educationally backward area where we need more concentration, and that is exactly the policy of our government. Today the GDP contribution for MSME, where our export is 30% of MSME, which is making the export. 30% of the GDP where we contribute from MSME, 50% of our export from MSME, and at the same time, up till now, we have created 11 crore jobs. Being MSME minister, I have targeted to create additional 5 crore jobs in coming 5 years. Today, the village industry turnover is rupees 88,000 crore. My target is to make it rupees 2 lakh crore in the next 2 years. Waste to wealth, waste to energy is one of the important sustainable solutions to tackle environment issues. Municipal waste can be used to generate CNG. And in my own city in Nagpur, we are selling our sewage water to government of Maharashtra for power generation. We are getting 350 crores from that. Now the idea is to organic waste and sewage water taking into biodigester. 9 biodigesters are already there. We can make methane from that and divert methane from CO2. We can make bio-CNG and we can run all the buses of Nagpur trucks on bio-CNG. It will be a less pollution. So everywhere in the country you can convert waste into wealth. Here your role is very important. I feel that you can make more viable guidance to the people of this country for how to convert waste into wealth. This can be an important thing. The municipal waste can be used for generate CNG and it is very economically viable. That is bio-CNG. Also city sewage water is recycled and reused for electricity generation. The organic manure, organic farming is very important. we are using chemical fertilizer, pesticides, insecticides. In place of that, this is the time that we can make organic farming and we can supply our agriculture products to the whole world. That can be a great change. This is the vision of the government, where we need the people like Rotarians who can contribute in this direction to create awareness in the mind of the farmers and the society, which is very important. We have developed oil paint and distemper from cow dung. It is the half of the price, whatever the reputed brand available in the market, half of the price. Good quality. You can give the price to the cow dung or any type of one for 5 rupees per kg. So this can be a very, very important thing. It is already there. The Jaipur, we have already trained 6,000 entrepreneurs for that. And now my idea is to make this factory all over every village. There will be this factory where there will be 5 rupees per kg. They will purchase the cow dung. One cow giving 20 kg means 100 rupees per cow per day. He will get the returns. And even he can sell cow urine also, and by which, and milk also the valuation is there. So there will be no problem. So this is the time that we can think about it. The paint is a Prakrutik paint, which is available in the market now. We need your support for that. It is organic and natural, and we have planned to establish industry in each village. It would improve the per capita income. In 2014, road development was at 2 km per day, but now it is 37 km per day. We have already made 3 world record. We constructed one bitumen road in Solapur-Vijapur way with a 26 km road in 24 hours. Then we make 4 km, 4-lane cement concrete road in 24 hours by making world record. And today by 37 km per day road construction, we are the highest in the world. That is also a world record. And we are constructing lot of new express highways. We can take you from Delhi to Dehradun, 2 hours. Delhi to Haridwar, 2 hours. Delhi to Chandigarh, 2 hours. Delhi to Amritsar, 4 hours. Delhi to Mumbai, 12 hours. It can be possible. Even Bangalore to Chennai in 2 hours. So total transport sector is now going to change. So this is exactly very important to make Atmanirbhar Bharat. And the most important thing is we need all good type of infrastructure of international standard like USA. I am promising the people that when I will complete over 5 years, we will give the road infrastructure of USA standard to the people of this country. And I am confident that we can make that. In 2014, road development was at coming up to the 2 km per day and now it is to be 37 km per day. Our aim is to construct over 60,000 km of world-class national highway in the next 5 years at a rate of 40 km per day. We have framed green highway policy through which tree plantation has been carried along the highway. Now we have taken a decision that the tree will be of 3 meter size. And we are very much sensitive about it, where your people can contribute for us for plantation of tree. We are now decided to making special contractors for transplantation of tree. No cutting. And that is exactly the way in which we can protect our green economy. Through the installation of electric toll collection system FASTag, there are significant economic and environmental benefits in terms of savings in travel time, fuel, and so reduction in air pollution. Now our idea is to going for the satellite and GPS system, basis using satellite, where there will be no toll barriers. So this is the vision, and within 2 years we want to make it. To enable uninterrupted, fast and seamless flow of passenger and freight movement, thereby increase speed, access control corridors, expressways and multimodal logistic parks have been conceptualized, and we are developing 22 greenfield expressway access control corridors with a length of 7,700 km under the ambitious Bharatmala Pariyojana. We have reformed our institutional, administrative policy and economic framework to handle the risk and to enhance private sector participation. Our culture always believes in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We always strive for global welfare too. We have always maintained good and strong bilateral relationship with all countries. We give priority to peace, prosperity and progress while respecting sovereignty, and mutual trust. During the pandemic situation, our industries have exported disinfectants, sanitizers, protective materials, PPE kits, and drugs rapidly in the fight against COVID 19. We have supplied homemade COVID vaccine to many countries in the world. Entire world is looking at India for sustaining global economic growth. Finally, it is to be, I can speak and giving you many ideas about it, but ultimately the time is the limit. On the basis of that, our future, our futuristic approach, our vision for make Indian economy strong, but by all ways, it's starting from Yoga Vigyan, Ayurveda, science, technology, research, field, defense, agriculture, industry, MSME, handloom, handicraft, everywhere. Our plan is to go on number one. And that is exactly the nationalism and national spirit which is already there in the country. On the basis of that, we want to make this our country as number one super economic power in the world. And that is the dream of all Indians. Finally, I am once again thankful to the Rotary for providing a platform to share my view with all of you and giving them best wishes. Also, I am very much thankful for giving me this Life Achievement Award. Actually, I don't know whether I am capable for that, because my guide, philosopher, lot of people where I admire them, the people who inspire and motivate them, they sacrifice and given their life to the country. I am not of that category. I am a small common man. I got opportunity to do work for the people, and you recognize me. It's a great thing for me. It always gives me a great boost to work for the poor society and work for the country. I am giving my thanks to all Rotarians for that. And again, I am giving my best wishes to all of you for even you are helping to the poor people. And exactly, your work is very, very notable. I always recognize and respect for that. Thank you very much.